Hello students, we learned about momentum. What exactly was momentum? Momentum is nothing but the mass times velocity. Now, when a force acts on an object, obviously the object is not going to remain in that particular state, either of state of rest or of uniform motion. Yeah. So when there is a force that acts on an object, the velocity of the object is going to change. So when there is a change in velocity, that implies that there is going to be a change in momentum. So what does change in momentum stand for? Change in momentum stands for impulse. So we'll learn about impulse in this particular topic. So change in momentum is given a particular term. So what does change in momentum actually stand for? Change in momentum is actually defined as impulse. So when a force is acting for a very short time to produce a finite change in momentum, that is what we call as an impulsive force. What is impulse? Impulse is nothing but force into the time duration for which the force is acting. That is nothing but the change in momentum. So this is how we define the momentum. So for instance, you have a hammer that is acting for a small instant of time, or when you throw the hammer at a very fast pace using the same amount of force, because the time interval is less, in that case it causes the maximum amount of damage. So in that case the change in momentum is going to be maximum. This is what we define as impulse, right? So now we move on to the next one, that is going to be Newton's third law of motion, which we'll discuss in our next topic. Thank you. So students, we learned about impulse. So what does impulse stand for? Impulse is nothing but the change in momentum. That is basically the difference of the final and the initial momenta. This difference in momenta divided by the time taken gives us the amount of force that has been applied. Yeah. So we'll now take this forward in our next topic, wherein we'll understand about the third law of motion. Stay tuned.